Welcome back everyone to Grand Tactician the Civil War, episode number 3 of the Steam stream. So this is probably going to be the last video for the stream. We'll see if maybe the series doesn't go on a little bit further. Although always my great plan and desire is to start these things from the get-go. So anyways, let's pick up where we left off. Okay, so we have right now a potential battle developing with District of Washington's 8,000 units. Looks like everything is going well with the left wing over in Winchester. Army of the Valley District is going to move up. That's, of course, our famous Stonewall Jackson. So he'll move up and assist. And we might even just kind of push right on over. Goal here is to force action from some kind of action from McClellan. And if he doesn't move, that's also just fine with me. We'll see. So we brought up other reinforcements, or we're bringing them up at least, in the shape of disaster for Union. Confederate stands firm. Federal volunteers skedaddle. Yeah, I'll say. So that's the mountain department. They didn't even get their teeth kicked in or anything. It wasn't that bad of a fight. Left wing suffered, some pretty commiserate losses. And Stonewall's down 1,000 men himself. We're bleeding off troops all over the place. So yeah, big question though is going to be whether or not we can engage this last force, which is our plan right now. Just engage District of Washington. Looks like it's going to be a bit tough to do over the bridge, but there it is. Oh, this is somewhere else. Alright, so now Grant, good old Grant in the south, Army of the Tennessee has decided to engage us. I don't know where this is occurring. Okay, there it is. He's deciding to engage us, and this is going to be one hell of a battle as well, especially not least because it's Grant we're up against. But we do have a fair number of forces fighting here, so as long as we can... Army of Mississippi is only 2,000 men, but a lot of forces are nearby and can join as reinforcements. We just need to hold off, what is that? About 25 to 1 odds? So they have 47,000 men, and our initial deployment is like 2,000 men. But we will be able to scurry some reinforcements in pretty quickly. This, I have to say, does not look good. Okay, so let's deploy our forces. Let's see how many we got to start. Okay, this is not quite as bad as I thought. We have a few more than I expected. Let's, dang it. I don't know why mouse cursor just works so intermittently. We have one. I want to look for the points of value. Okay, so we have the Corinth Road Junction in the south. And what's this one? Widow Howell. And if that's 5 points, this one is... Corinth is only 3. Are there other points that I am not aware of? So this is a defensive thing for us. This is quite interesting. I think that our best bet will be just to find the best territory and try to dig in there. I don't expect that Grant is going to be all the way that far south. So let's look at Grant. Yeah, so he's technically coming in from the River Road over Snake Creek. There's no real reason why he would be drifting off to the west or southwest. So I don't think that he'll be coming all the way over here. What I would expect their forces to do is travel down the River Road. And, well, things could diverge as soon as they cross over this area. Now we can see them going any which way. Now, there are no objectives down here to the southeast, it appears. Unfortunately, that is one of the areas where we will potentially receive reinforcements. Yeah, so this is not occupied. This is Union. And this one's back to the rebels. Okay. Okay, so how do we want to deal with this? What I'm seeing is, well, we do have to take elevation into account. So this is, like, right here would be really good. We'd have, look at that. That's a really good vantage point. Defensive terrain. It's also right next to a stream or creek of some kind that they may not want to cross. So, like, this is probably the crossing point, which means this fence would be good. Unfortunately, that's a little bit beyond where we will be able to get to easily, or at least where we can guarantee to get to. And we probably should sit a little bit further back since we're going to have to wait for reinforcements. Let's take a look at the lay of the land over here by the actual point. I think that we want to make sure we take something a little forward of that point, and I'm looking at this territory right here. So if they come down the river road, and then they head off over this way, so they could head down this way. I think that this main road, we might end up just fighting right around Shiloh Church. We'll have our own Shiloh Church battle. Yeah, to me, I think the best place for us to be is going to be in this field right here. So I'll line our forces up along here. This should cover the only thoroughfare going from east to west, which is the only way that they will capture Widow Howl. And I believe it's really the only other way they're going to get to Corinth Road Junction. And unless I'm mistaken, I don't think I'm missing something, but those are the only two objectives. Okay, so we have our game plan already. We're going to fight next to Shiloh Church. Wow, there's something a little bit historic about that, isn't there? So, we have an artillery group with cavalry, and then we do have a lot of cavalry, a lot of artillery, it looks like. I don't know if that's going to be to our advantage or disadvantage in this case. Do our best to make it work. So, let me first of all grab the order of battle from the top. Johnson, and just have him deploy here. So then we know exactly what we have in this area. That's not bad. This is a defendable group. This is a group where we could definitely defend a swath of territory with. Then let's just take a look at here. This is the Reserve Corps, and then we have, these might be just, yeah, these are attached battalions to Johnston, sorry. So Johnston's attached battalions are probably, they'll be very quick. If they're next to him, they'll be very quick to deploy. I guess there is one possibility. The Union could take this side road. I strongly doubt it, man, but where will they go? So, I don't know, man. That could be what happens. And we don't want to be overwhelmed, but it would be great to take pot shots at them. If I can get the right level of zoom here. Yeah. So this is artillery. Am I clicking on artillery? Hubbard? Yeah. And Forrest, some guns nearby. Oh, this is cavalry. Let's zoom in here. See if there's anything. So the road ends. Could have just a grand old charge. We have a creek to defend us as well. So, yeah, I think what we'll do is set up not mounted. So let me dismount. Can't tell if they're mounted or not. It's the same old question. This looks dismounted. Okay. Let's line them up here. I don't know why they don't, attach themselves to the defensive terrain. They do when you're mounted, though, for some reason. Okay, let's just do it that way, and then I'll dismount manually. But that's good. So we're covering this area now, and they will do a quick about face if it ends up being that the Union comes where we expect them from, which is over here. So Break Ridge, you are going to just also right-click, and that's looking fantastic. Let's do a little bit of shuffling here, though. Ooh. If I could just zoom out a little bit, but not that much. There we go. Let me actually just, in the options, we can slow this down. Battle map scroll speed, slow that down a bit. That's a little better. So let's go. Let's get these guys out of position and then back there. Perfect. That's what I want. That is definitely what I want. And you guys, get you out of position and then probably something like that. Oh, that's perfect. Oh, that's beautiful. It's beautiful. And the best thing of all would be, can we fit Bowen's battery right there? Well, not really. Do our best to accommodate them. Okay, that's pretty good. I think we're going to be happy enough with that. I guess we'll have these guys down here. Covering off Shiloh Church itself. And they can, in a pinch, flank. Now, is there territory I'm missing here? No, I don't think so. I mean, basically, this is a group which will come up and flank from the south. Assuming that the engagement happens at the crossroads here. They will come up. And that means you... Is there defenses continuing to the north? No, there's not. But it would be great, actually, if we could be attacking... This is going to be weird, because I want them to actually engage this way. I want to have some crossfire going on, so... Yeah, okay, well this is the best I can do with this group. We'll have to wait for reinforcements to see what else happens. But I think we're good to go. We got a good deployment, good visibility. I think we're all set. I don't really want to take a look at these numbers because I think they're rather discouraging. We're a little bit low on provisions, but leave that to Grant, the old quartermaster, to get that right. Fighting spirit, we're way up. Training, we're down. Intelligence gathering, we're way down. And not looking good right now. We are fielding 8,000 to their 47,000. Let's hope those reinforcements get there pretty quickly. Let's also hope my... okay. So play at 10x until I have reinforcements. That's really what we're waiting for. Oh, there we go. Got it. Mouse cursor report. Look at that. Beautiful. All right. First battle. I mean, as you look down here, first day's battle. Let's go 10x, see what happens. We want to know when we have reinforcements or when we spot the Union. So reinforcements should be appearing in the dispatch log. Otherwise, other than that, it's the waiting game. I'm imagining their forces are starting to march down. But you never know. It's awfully quiet out there. Too quiet. And if they happen to come from like Hamburg and Purdy Road, we're just... we're not ready for it. We're just not ready for it. And we're going to have to be kind of okay to quickly get out of here with Forrest. Oh my gosh, Nathan B. Forrest. I didn't even realize we were commanding Nathan B. Forrest. That's fantastic. Well, his troops should be just crack. Just fantastic. You say melee poor, but I beg to differ. Okay, Bragg arrives. Let's pause. This is important enough that we ought to get these guys to scooch up pretty quickly. Okay, Bragg. Anybody who's part of your group, we're just going to get these guys to move up. Okay, let's take a look at the way the streams run. So break over here where they could come from. I think that if we just move up that way, at least we won't be so far away from the action. How would we do it, though? Let's just come like this. Yeah, okay, go ahead. Let's advance. Advance that way. I think that more people are deploying. Yeah, they're coming on. Nice. Slowly working their way onto the battlefield. Once they're all there, I'll re-give the order. Just make sure that they are, in fact, all moving that way. I think they are, though. Okay, there's the whole group, so let me pause and reissue that order. So with them all here, I mean, this is a sizable number. We really want to get these guys, I think, even farther forward. And I'm looking at Farley Field, and I'm thinking that that's a fantastic place to defend as well. A little bit downslope, but man, the benefit just cannot be understated, I think, of having at least some kind of cover, some kind of fence line. I don't like that, no. Or we could, yes, I don't think that this will end up being used. I mean, it's a point, but if the Union was to come all the way over here, I'm just trying to think. If the Union attacks this way, in theory, I could loop around and, I mean, if I do something like this, in theory, I could flank any attempt. That does look pretty good, frankly. Okay, let's do it. Let's tell them to come this way. I don't know if we'll get there before the enemy does, but that will extend our lines very nicely. We'll be covering almost all the way from Owl's Creek down to, well, down to pretty far south. Very technical definition. The waiting commences. Okay, we can also say we have acknowledged this order. Whoa. Didn't even realize that that wasn't locked. Okay, let's close that one. And the waiting begins, or continues. But Grant, I don't think we can expect a poor showing from Grant. So we would kind of rely on poor AI, basically, as in the embodiment of the Union for some of these battles. But if that happens here, it's just luck on our part, or I mean, it's not Grant's fault, I don't think. Although around this time, Grant did have some poor defeats in his initial push, so maybe we'll see a little bit of, Lincoln. I mean, Grant was actually so distraught at one of his early defeats. Okay, Polk's here. That's fantastic as well. Good group, getting a good group here. And Polk is going to have how many men? Another 9,000. Add another 9,000 to it. Well, Polk, that's fantastic. So you will actually be in charge of taking... Where are you arriving from? Polk, where are you arriving from? I'm guessing the south, but I don't see you. Let's let you actually get on the map a little bit more first. Where are you arriving? Oh my gosh, Polk arrived from over here. I didn't even realize we could arrive from... That's perfect, though, because I was going to say you take the northern area, and that's where you arrive from anyway. It's paused right now, and Polk's full force is here. The only one we're missing now is Hardy. Good. Okay, so now this is actually a perfect little zoom right there. Basically max 3D zoom. Giving us a good lay of the land. So let's actually nip out one more so we get this map. Where could they come from? So we could have something that they go all the way over here. I think that's a good place for us to set up with this force. So, Polk, if you have the ability, we would really like you to come over here and defend the northern area. I'm just going to give an order like, not like that, but something like this. Yeah, that's fine. That would put us that puts them more or less where I want them. And it would be a continuous line with the group we already have, who are just kind of stretched to cover areas they really shouldn't have needed to cover. So once that happens, we can bring Forrest back down here, and we'll have almost a complete continuous line from north to south. Now the Union, okay, here comes the Union. They are coming up from the north. So this is very important. We've got to see what is going on here. where are they going to twist and turn? And I think that they're going to continue down this road to the west, in which case we're going to need to rearrange very quickly here, which we can do though. So we have, yeah, it looks like they are just hauling butt. So it would have been great if we could have been in this area, but you know, we're not. So that's, you know, no use crying over spilled milk and all that. Let's just quickly redeploy though. So let's get you guys to come up here. Now, let me pause. So that is an order I'm going to cancel. How do we get these? How do we work this out? Well, there's a fence here. Could we get there in time? I think this is dicey that we do this. It would be beneficial to have that territory, but yeah, that's not going to help. Because we already are in good area. We're down. I mean, they're down. They're going to have to run uphill to us if they choose to engage. We do have 2 artillery in the way. We only have seen, what, 1 group? These guys are nuts. 2nd Division, 2nd Brigade of 2nd Division of the Army of the Tennessee. 2,500 strong. Definitely more than we want Force to take on by himself. We do have some artillery, but it's pointed the wrong way. We'd have to reposition troops to move to the north. I think your brigade is going to do that, though. So let's get you up here, like so. On the double. Actually, not on the double, because I don't want to risk anybody getting tired, but that's okay. And then, which one of these is the detached one? Hubbard. Where are you? Hubbard's right here. Okay. You're already pointing the correct way. So Trebuse batteries. You may want these guys to about face and prepare for an engagement. Ah, this would be good. Let's get these guys over here. Okay, you guys move there, and hopefully the river is enough. Let's actually do it a little bit even less aggressive. As much as we can without turning. Yeah, let's do that. So hopefully that's far enough away from the stream that they don't come over and broadside us. I think it actually is not far enough away. Let's just take a look at the range on one of my gunners. Yeah, so about that much. Yeah, they could definitely, I mean, they could probably hit us even if we're right here. That would be like the limit. So noting that, yeah, I think what has to happen is Forrest just has to displace. So you guys are going to displace here because this is just the perfect spot for our batteries to go instead. Okay, let's do it like that. Good. On the double. Forward march and all that, you know, fancy stuff. Where's Bowen's batteries? This is, yeah, we have 2 people in here. I still want Bowen's batteries. They're like in such good position. I don't want to move them yet. We've only seen 1. It's like we don't want to overreact, right? If the rest of the Union comes from the south, well, you know, we're gonna be a little upset we overreacted. And they're coming south. Oh, this is fantastic news. Don't turn. Don't turn. Okay, all right. Pause. Reorganize. Reorganize. So if they come south down this road, they are destined. So we're in the right position. Okay, good. So let's have you, in fact, turn this way. So first of all, cancel your orders. Yeah, just cancel your current orders. And then reposition like this. You cancel your current orders and reposition like this. Maybe like this. And you shall reposition like, well, not like that, but just a little bit. Can we get like right there? Yeah, that's what I wanted. Maybe even a little bit, smidge more. I don't want it outside the... Now, let's just do it like this. Yeah, that looks okay to me. So let's cancel your current orders. Try this one more time, like that. Perfect. Good. Okay, and that means that you guys, instead of moving there, need to actually set back up. Halt your orders and reposition here. Okay. All right. So. Oh God, please hurry and defend yourselves. End of the day. Wow. Okay. Okay. So now we can redeploy. Whew. Well, that's actually a good thing, isn't it? Giving us time to basically completely reorganize. Now, Bragg, you are still in the middle of doing this, but I think we can just tell you to come forward now, right? Something like that. We can reorganize as well. We know that the Union was starting to appear here. You know, we have good redeployment areas. We can completely dictate the rules of engagement here, which is fantastic. Oh my gosh! So where do we want to go? Because I don't think that this is. Now I'm getting more aggressive. Now I'm thinking, hey, you know what, Bragg? There's a lot more territory we might want to cover. If they are coming down this way, I think we want to hit them from two sides. So what we want is something like, maybe even like this. Let's put his forces here and we'll rearrange a little bit more later. I also want to get Polk, which, you know, he's going to move up here. I think this is still fine for him to be along the river. Sorry, Polk, are you not able to redeploy? Where are you? Polk. Polk! Damn you, Khan! Looks like Polk's forces are caught, not able to deploy. We'll get them in there eventually, though. They already had orders. Okay, that's fine. That's, yeah, you know, it's good enough. We'll get them there eventually. Just, okay, put yourselves on the road. And forward march and all that. So we're going to miss Polk's forces, which means it's just up to Bragg and Breckenridge. Oh no, we have Hardy too. Where's Hardy? Did Hardy join and I didn't notice? Oh my gosh, Hardy joined and I didn't notice. Whoops. There's only one road that makes sense for them to go down, but it's not like a deal. Something like we want all the guys on the same side of the river at least. All right, so this is a big flanking force. That's the way I'm thinking about it. I mean, I just don't know what Grant's gonna be up to. Damn you, Grant. Damn you, you slippery eel. Okay, so the reserve corps is really well positioned, I think, and we probably don't want to reposition them too much. Yeah, so let's take the artillery off the line here. Even maybe move them back. We don't want the artillery to get just blasted, or we could just set up the artillery. Let's move you over here, move you over here. Okay, artillery can hold this, maybe. Okay, our cavalry will hold up there. That's fine, and now you can go and hold this. Wow, looking good, looking good. So they're going to have to take a lot of fire to get to the position here. Then hopefully by that point... Field of fire starts where that force is and extends much further than we needed to, really. We need these guns to actually aim like a little bit more this way, though. Yeah, so that is maybe... No, it's not quite right either, is it? I don't know what you're doing here. I mean, because it didn't look like quite right, but yeah, that's probably what I want. Okay, they're going to be outside. No, I don't want that. What's going on? All right, get your forces. I'm very particular about this. No, thank you. I'm very particular. Mind yourselves. Okay, this is where we can do. That's probably the best bet. I'll stick these guys in here. Right on the fence if you don't mind. Probably gonna have to shift these guys over. Okay, good. That should be good defense, good defense, good defense. All right, now we got to set up the Bragg's forces. Is this all looking good? Let's zoom out. All right, cavalry, artillery, infantry, artillery, infantry, infantry. And then we have Bragg's forces. I think this is what we want. Yep, I think this is what we want. Okay. So we kind of want to lead them into this field of death here. I think that this has to be the extent of our line to the right. Hopefully a lot of artillery can land blows. If they come down this road, we want just artillery to pelt them the entire way. So I want artillery basically set up to do exactly that. This artillery will be covered by our other forces. We'll have the cavalry there to support. So they can charge, if we have a problem. And hopefully help out. And then we need to, unfortunately, these brigades will not be very well defended or not well protected. So we're just going to want to have them in close proximity so that they can cover each other. And then we'll get to the wall here. And to the wall here. And to the wall here. So we have actually more men than I thought. So we're going to need some in reserve, right? For sure, at least one of these has to be in reserve, which will be you. You'll be in reserve to help out where needed. And yeah. I think that this is what we're going to do. The only one we need to place then next is this artillery, which we also want to just shoot down the road. That's good. So it's not quite in cover, but it should be covered by cover, if that makes sense. All right, good enough. This is good enough. And I think we're going to end deployment. I'm going to pause again, just so we can get these guys moving in. All right, Polk, please, would you mind joining the battle at your leisure, good sir? Thought we had you last time, but it might have been my mistake. I might have messed something up. And then this is going to be the ones who cover. Honestly, I think we might even need this group to push north and flank. So for starters, what do we have? We have 3, 2, okay. This is not an amazing flanking force, being mostly artillery. We're 2/5, almost half artillery. Oh, are you not in the wall? And why are you not in the wall? It looks like you're going to get there. You're just forming up or doing something. Yeah, so the safest bet would be to push up this way. But like a more aggressive thing would be to push up like this. Which is what I'm going to do. Get these guys moving that way, and that'll be essentially we're setting up a flanking force. I don't know why you want to set up a flanking force against a vastly superior, numerically superior army, but we're going to go with it. Okay. All right, Union. Grant, show us what you got. Hopefully everything just works out the way I want it to. Okay, so this is unit cohesion suffers, the formation is disrupted. Dang it. Don't want the formation disrupted. You go right here. And then you guys who don't really matter as much being disrupted, you move right here. This one's fine. Why are these guys disrupted? Okay, their cohesion is bad. But I think it's just something which is going to improve over time. Anyways, here comes the boys in blue, waving their flag. So let's give it to them. I don't care about just wasting a horrendous amount of ammunition right off the get-go. My goal is to break them morally, like break their spirit, before they get close enough to do some significant damage. So that is what we're going to attempt to do. Just blast the ever-loving crap out of them. As early and as often as possible. Okay, are they trying to ford this? Are you daring to ford that? We don't even have the range on. Are they going to ford it? Can they ford it? Oh, God, they can attack us, and we can't return fire. Oh, that's a problem, isn't it? Yeah, this isn't good. I mean, we've taken 10 losses so far. It's not like this is horrible casualties or anything, but can you engage, and can you engage to make me feel a little better about this? And then we'll have these guys just pull back and protect our flank. There. Move back there. Go ahead and mount up. And get going. Just go this way. Yeah, just go that way. Alright. We'll give that order and get them hopefully out of there to safety. Now, are they gonna... Oh, God, they can cross that. They can cross that. They can cross that. Well, we're going to have to do some real dancing here, aren't we? Over the fence we go. I hope we're shooting at these guys. There we go. See something. Alright. We're all set in nicely here, and if it ends up being that the battle's, won or lost in this single thing, that's less good. Oh wow, we're just going right up to them. Okay, then you don't need to do that anymore. So pause. Just hang out here. Yeah, so halt that order. Do that instead. These guys have done exactly what I needed from them. Can you just... There. That's what I wanted. Something like that. Yeah, go back. Whenever you're ready, just retreat away from that single little spot there. And you guys are going to do that eventually. That's good. I think we'll just bring up the other artillery there. This is a weird situation. Let's just make it weirder. I was really hoping they couldn't cross that stream. Turns out they can. Now, their clothes are all wet. I hope the game knows that. Okay, so let's just proceed on at 10x. Hey, even this stalling, though, it is buying time for Polk, to get his forces forward, which hopefully he's doing in somewhat of a hurry. Forrest, man, my friend, my dear friend here, you don't want to stand out in the open like that, actually. Alright, good. He's got the order. You're going to stand out in the open somewhere else, which is okay. Let's get you guys over into that fence line. You'll be a reserve force. All right, good. So now we have the artillery brigade and maybe, I don't know. It's like one and just it's one brigade of infantry defending 3 battalions of artillery. That's eggs in one basket, I think you could say. All my eggs are in one basket. Now, they are getting... Yeah, they do have a defensive bonus here, and they are setting up along there. So, are we just going to duke it out from a distance? I think I have the artillery available to like, you know, to do this. We're in cover, at least. Let's just hit their artillery with ours. First battle experience. Oh, wow. Battle experience for all these guys. Behind cover, supported. One flank is... Okay. These all should have the supported. I mean, technically, the flank is supported. Now, what we could do is just try to win the battle way too quickly. Here comes the rest of the Union forces, by the way. And good old, poor old Bedford here, Forrest, is just getting shellacked right away. But he's behind cover. In theory, it should be okay. Let's go ahead and just send up some forces here. Force the issue. What time is it? It's 10 in the morning, so they've made up their mind. We got to make up ours. We go ahead and send our flanking force in, nice and early. Our other flanking force in, nice and early. Just keep these guys pushing up. Yeah, do that. It's good. Alright, we're on the move. Oscar Mike. We're going to have to start shifting these guys over there as well. Is there defensive area, other defensive areas for us? Because they're just going to sit and shell us. Yeah, I think we're going to have to move forward with everyone. So the Union has dictated the terms of the engagement, which is not what I was definitely trying to avoid this, but... Although, honestly, we're not going to lose too many from this. I think the flanking maneuver here might be okay, although, yeah, it looks like Grant has foreseen my action. He's noticed. Okay, well, that's going to conclude this video because, look at that, we're pretty much out of time. 40 minutes in. Which means I'll be continuing on in the next episode. So for now, thanks for watching, stay safe, and take care.